live, and I'm not supposed to be live. I'm supposed to have pre-recorded videos, but let's jump right into this video. Arrest warrant was issued to Miss Quadajah Johnson, aka Holly, yesterday. I don't know if y'all following the story or not, but Romeca Meeks was unalived by Holly back in September in Chicago downtown at her son's school. From my understanding, it was an ongoing situation with these two ladies, all because of their baby daddy, Carlos' ass. And this is what pisses me off, because it's two children right now without a mother because of a man. Can I blame him? A little bit. Because he had the authority to control the narrative. He did not have to be bouncing back and forth between two women. You know, I know a lot of times when you don't want to be bothered with somebody. Trust me, I know this. How y'all doing? Come on in, have a seat. We're talking about Romeca Meeks, who was unalived in Chicago in September by Quadajah Johnson, aka Holly, downtown Chicago at her son's school. He controlled that narrative because 9 times out of 10, y'all, most likely than not, Carlos was sleeping with both of them. And this is where women need to start being women, opening your eyes, start being wise, and stop chasing penis. I'm just being real. It's time to be spoken. It's time for us to tell the truth. Women out here fighting each other over one penis. All these penises out here, y'all fighting over him. I looked at him and I'm like, he ain't even worth fighting over. I know we have soul ties, and sometimes these soul ties be demonic soul ties, and you can't let go. It's like crack. You feel like you're gonna die if this person stopped talking to you. And then a lot of times we feel like we're in competition with somebody else. You know, I can't let her outdo me. Oh, I ain't gonna let her take my man. So y'all constantly going back and forth. And he enjoying this shit because he can sleep with both. He got the best of both worlds. That's why I don't like the shit Neo and all these people doing that has more than one woman. It's like, why would you want to do that to a person? It may feel good to you, but mentally, trust me, you mentally tearing somebody down in this union here. Somebody is really loving you in this union, and they mentally being broken, even though they saying they're not. That's a human reaction to love this person and want this person to yourself. But it goes back to scripture. When the Lord said fornication is a sin, this is why he's... Can y'all hear me before I continue? You can hear me? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, but I still got an issue going on. And if I don't push the right buttons before I go live, this issue is still happening. But trust me, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. Oh, my God. Anyway, y'all, I digress. I would not give Satan a platform. He didn't want us not to have a good feeling. You know, a lot of people think, oh, why did he give women this good thing? And why did he give us these urges? He didn't give us that not to have a good thing. He said, I want y'all good thing to be forever. So that's why I say get married. Because he know when you have X with people, with S, it's a mental thing. It's a soul tie. You become one. That's why you need to be married before you out here tampering, because you may get a hold of some stuff like crack. Some shit you can't let go. Why do you think it's people in the cemetery? It's people in the penitentiary behind somebody that couldn't let go. This is why it's important to try your best to live by God's word. It's very, very important. At least strive and pray and ask him to deliver you from those urges. Take those feelings from your spirit, because that urge can send you to the pit of hell. You understand me? So I watched the video over and over and over what Holly did to Romeca. And it did something to me mentally. I just couldn't believe a woman can walk up to another woman, nothing life-threatening, all because of a man, and you pull the trigger and pow somebody in the face? All because you think you have the right, because she had a restraining order against Romeca, y'all. Her and Romeca, like I said, Romeca's son, how old was the little boy? Is he like 8? He's about between 6 and 8, Romeca's son by Carlos. Holly little baby is not even 1. Her baby was in the car seat. Romeca baby was in the school. She just dropped her baby off, wrote him a nice little letter, calling him a king, encouraging him like she always does, on her way to work, doing the right thing. My question is, why was Carlos there? Okay, that's his son. Maybe he wanted to see his son off to school. That's his right. But why did he bring his woman? That's my question. What was Holly doing at Romeca's son's school? If you got a restraining order against Romeca, and you're afraid of Romeca as you claim, why your ass at her son's school early in the morning? So you got up this morning, probably didn't even wash your ass, got your clothes on, and followed him to meet his son with his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Just think about it, y'all. They don't get along. You're a woman. You don't get along with this woman. She was a visitor too. I forgot that part. She's not from Chicago. She was visiting Carlos with their baby. She's from another city of Illinois. So, did they plot this the night before? Sunday night? You know she take the baby to school tomorrow. They gonna be up the street. They probably argued that night. See, it's all gonna come out in court now. They probably argued that night on the phone. Romeca was about that life. They said she wasn't scared of shit. So she probably was telling the girl, whatever it is, what it is. Carlos probably talking greasy because he got company. He's showing out like most dudes do. Instigating shit like females. So she drops her son off. And from my understanding, she went to pull off and they blocked her in. Then it's another story that Romeca's car was behind theirs. But either way it go, if she was in the middle of them and they blocked her in, or if she was behind them. Either way it go, how did they end up out of the car fighting with her? You know what I'm saying? If she is blocked in, that means y'all came to start some shit. She get out, she arguing with Carlos. This ain't even about the child in the school, brother. If you wanted to see your son, he in the school. Your ass should have been in the school. No, you following the mama with your other baby mama. The witness said they had words. Carlos and Romeca had words, like they always do. People was posting videos of her chasing him with a bat, or her doing stuff. She the violent one. Man, I've been in relationships before. I done bust dudes in the head with shoes. I mean, come on, man. They caught her in the midst of a moment where he probably had said something, did something. I'm not making excuses for her actions. But don't act like she is the one that's constantly pushing the envelope and starting shit because y'all caught her a few moments in the heat of the moment. Yeah, she was wrong. She shouldn't have went where he was. She should have cut his ass off. She should have kept it moving. She should have been done with him. Because I believe if she would have cut him off a long time ago, she'd still be here. So that part makes me mad about Romeca. And I know her family probably don't want to hear that, but I'm for sure her mama and her family told her over and over and over and over he wasn't shit. I'm for sure they told her to leave him alone. But you know, we hard-headed when we think we in love. So they get out the car and they fighting. They arguing. I don't know how this happened, but Carlos ended up with her in a headlock from per se, the witness. Now, I'm thinking, from my perspective, I wasn't even there, but I know how shit go down. I think they was arguing. Holly gets her ass out the car. She want to be Billy Badass because she got a restraining order, so she thinks she covered, and she's licensed to carry. Any other time, she ain't running up on Romeca. You know what I'm saying? But this particular time, I got a restraining order and I'm licensed to carry. So I'm finna show my ass out. Did y'all know she made a video like prior to this incident, about a month before, saying she is gonna have to kill somebody? I'm gonna end up killing that bitch. She was saying, I'm paraphrasing, but she made a live video talking about she was gonna end up powering her. Well, what happened to these? I mean, you want to deal with this brother, right? He come with drama. So what you going to get a pawpaw for? Just cut the Negro off. That cease all the problems. No, you still wanted the penis. And I got something to tell y'all in a minute about her. But anyway, the witness said Carlos had her in a headlock. Oh, yeah, it's premeditated. Mary, it's premeditated. And I think he had Romeca because Romeca can fight. So she was trying to get at Holly because she probably thinking like I would think, like you would think. I'm at my son's school. I'm right down the street just pulling off. And this B that don't like me, they made idle threats talking greasy on the phone at my son's school. So yeah, the human nature go at her like, girl, what you doing here? You the one with the restraining order. Why you in my space? But see, restraining orders, let me tell you about restraining orders. Restraining orders mean even if somebody, just say, I'm going to give y'all an example of what a restraining order is. Say you at the club. Say you threw the party. This your party. And that person come into the party at the club that has a restraining order against you. Legally, you got to leave your own party. Because you the one got a restraining order against you. You can't say, well, she came here to... No. She got the restraining order. So that means you got to leave. You understand that? Something else y'all don't know about restraining orders. Say your roommates. Say your roommates. Or you dating somebody, fellas. I shouldn't be throwing y'all this nugget. And you go get a restraining order on the person you live with. Do you know they got to leave that house? They got to figure it out. That's the law. That's crazy. And by the time you go through the court proceedings and all that, that person lived in your house about 3 months and your ass was homeless. Because you got to go through the court process to prove I'm the leaseholder, I want them out, but you, since they got a restraining order, you can't come back in the house. Or you going to jail. Soon as the police show up and they say, I got a restraining order, officer, they're going to arrest you and tell you to deal with the judge. So this is why Holly walked that day. She walks up. I'm gonna reenact it just a little bit because I don't want the family to, keep on reliving this. From what I saw on the video, Carlos allegedly supposed to have had her. She tried to swing and get at Holly. Holly leaves from the confrontation. Good, she's gone. We thought she was gone. She leaves her baby, that's not even a one, in a car seat, in the back seat of her car. She goes in the glove box or wherever her pawpaw was. She grabs it, leave her baby again, walk over to the scene, and pop her in her face. And she think that's self-defense. Once you leave the scene, once you leave the confrontation, and you go grab a weapon and come back, that's premeditated murder. She could have easily got in her car, locked her door, sat there and watched them fight. She could have cussed Carlos out and be like, I ain't got time for this, got in her car, started up and headed back to her city. She could have did all that stuff. She could have just blew the horn until the police came. She could have did a whole lot of stuff, especially if Romeca blocked her in and she got a restraining order. She could have sat there and blew the horn until the police came, and Romeca would have went to jail. No, because she got the pow. You know, having a weapon make you have courage that you normally wouldn't have. And a lot of people think having this thing here give you the right to kill. No, it don't. No. It's rules to this. I carried mine in my purse, y'all, for years, and nobody knew I had it. Because I knew if I pulled it out, I've got to use this thing. And this thing right here kill people. And I wasn't ready to do that to nobody. So I always made sure I was out the scene of problems, you know what I'm saying? One time when I almost got robbed in Birmingham. I was coming out the store. My ex-husband was on the road, and I noticed these YNs watching me. There was a tattoo shop next door. I went out because I forgot my wallet in my car. I'm already over there in the hood driving a BMW, got jewelry on and stuff. I wasn't thinking because Grand Rapids not like that, where it used to be like that. Birmingham a whole different program. My naive ass. So I'm calling him on the phone, and I'm like, man, I'm at the car, babe, and these dudes, they plotting on me. I could see them plotting on me. He said, get your thing out. Get it out. Get your gun out. And I'm like, and do what? He said, just put it in your hands in the soft. You can walk around with it showing. Put it in your hand. Put your wallet in your pocket or somewhere and just let them see it. Keep me on the phone. So I'm talking to him, I'm walking, and I got it just hanging, swinging like, scared as shit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to pop one of these dudes, or a few of them. So I'm walking, they was walking towards me, y'all. They was gonna get me. They went to different directions. And then when one of them spotted that in my hand, he did like this, and he looked at the rest of them, like looked down, and they saw it. Do you know they went back in that tattoo shop? They turned around and went back in that tattoo shop. I said, it worked. He said, people don't run up on no gun. Because they know you're not playing. And they also know you didn't peep them. Stay alert. But I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go, they watching me. You know, that's how people are. I'm not hyped. I was never hyped to pull that thing out. It used to scare me. I'm like, this thing right here have taken a lot of lives. This thing right here could take a life. I don't want that on me. But this girl felt like this is my opportunity to show my ass because I got this. And she didn't. This what pisses me off, y'all. She didn't try to just stop her. She didn't give her a warning shot. She didn't pow in the air. She didn't shoot at her feet. The face. She aimed to kill. Although they tell you if you pull it out, you better be ready to kill. They do tell you that. But damn it, she was doing all that over Carlos? I can see somebody grabbed your child, somebody got you strangled, you get it loose, and somebody beating your mama to death. Somebody beating the shit out of somebody you love, and you ain't got no choice. But somebody argue with you about a man. And then it wasn't self-defense, y'all. Let me tell you why it wasn't self-defense. Carlos had Romeca. She couldn't even get to Holly. He had her in a headlock. She couldn't get away from this man. So what the hell you mean self-defense? And then y'all gotta go watch the video. One haven't seen it. This part tripped me out. This heifer, after she done popped this girl, I think 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, in the face, in both legs or something like, or the hip or the stomach in the leg, she was popping her up. And Carlos was holding her. I could imagine, y'all. Let me give Carlos just a drop of grace. Just a drop. I could imagine what he was thinking when he had his baby mama that he done spent years with like this, and the other baby mama acting a fool. So he probably telling her to go to the car, and all of a sudden he hear pop, 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 and He looked down and blood is all over him. I don't believe that was his mission. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him a little grace. I don't believe he wanted that to happen. He probably wanted them to fight. But he didn't know that Holly was coming out of a different bag. He didn't know her mental state. He didn't know how in love she was with him. He probably never thought this B would pop this girl. So I can imagine when he looked down, because he was full of blood, y'all. They showed it on TV. He was on the news. His hands was covered. His shoes was drenched in blood. And the girl was over there on the ground. The police working on her. I never seen a scene so unprofessional in my life. People all around. The police in the middle of the street. They weren't covering it up. And they just pumping on her and blood coming from everywhere. And he walking around. And Holly's standing there in front of her car, y'all, like she just seeing fireworks. She like this on her phone with her legs crossed, looking at this girl bleed out. No remorse. She ain't in no frantic. She's sitting there probably talking to her mama. 9 times it was her mother. Yeah, mama. Yeah, I had to pop her. Yeah, she was threatening me. Just standing there talking on the phone. This girl is dying. It was so much blood. I'm on at home like, oh my God. And she's sitting there like it ain't nothing. So when the police came, Chicago, y'all got to do better with your officers. For real. I don't know what y'all going through. I don't know if y'all just tired. But them officers that came to that scene was bullshit. And my nephew was an officer down there in Chicago. Ray, you need to talk to your crew members. They came, they was working on her. They see Carlos standing there with all this blood. Nobody even questioning this man yet. They on her, the other officers just standing around. And it took for the witness to say, and she pop-out her right there. And the lady officer said, who? Her. And the lady was looking like the one on the phone. So then she grabbed her. But Holly had already threw it. And then the witness said she threw the pawpaw in the car. She just, you know what? She just threw that pawpaw in the car. What if it went off and popped her son in the face? Because he in the back seat. She just threw it in the car. So the officer finally arrested her, but Carlos still walking around with blood on his hands. How they know he ain't the one that did it? You know what I'm saying? Chicago police was tripping me out. I'm like, arrest his ass. Get her. I'm yelling at the TV like, oh my God. They just letting these people walk around. And then the witness are looking at the body and Carlos pushing people, putting blood on people's clothes, trying to push them away. And the police just letting him stand there, blood all over the. I'm like, they not even securing the scene. Chicago, y'all tripping. I said, where is the dang something? Put up a big ass crepe or whatever you put up and get that scene secured and get the people way back here. As soon as the scene happened, they push people way back and they put up the yellow tape. They weren't doing none of that. Then they rushed her away. It was, the whole street was like, I knew she was gone from the blood I seen. I said, no, she didn't bled out. Just about all her body fluids was on that ground. They took Holly to jail and let her go because she showed she had license to carry and she showed her restraining order. So they let her go. And they said it was self-defense. This was in September, October, November, December. This was 90 days ago. You know, if it wasn't for the people and her family screaming out, saying, hell no, this ain't gonna fly, that girl would have walked. And her and Carlos would have lived happily ever after. And he most likely he would have got his son by Romeca, and she would have raised Romeca's son because he has the right to his son before the grandmama do. If y'all don't understand that or not, the daddy is up next. So 9 times out of 10, he would have been raising his son by Romeca with the person that killed his mama. But God. But God. On Thanksgiving, Holly made a video. I guess she do like shoes or something. She had some Timberlands on, and she had the charms hanging on the Timberlands and the big shoestrings, and she was modeling them. And then she played a song about she being a bad chick or something. Thanksgiving last week, she was don't even care. The girl gone. Never one time apologizing. I didn't mean it, and God forgive. No, she over there like I'll pop another person. Well, then God showed up yesterday. Yeah, he did. She was picked up and charged with first-degree murder. Her ass most likely gonna get 25 to 60 or life. I promise you. That was cold-blooded murder. She don't have no reason. She don't have no excuse. That piece of paper ain't gonna protect her. That register pow ain't gonna protect her. They should get her with child neglect, child endangerment, being so many feet away from a school with a firearm. They need to get her with everything. What if a kid was walking past late for school? Or what if somebody driving by would have caught that bullet? Carlos lucky he didn't catch it. But that's how close she was to her. Right in her face. That let me know you was jealous of her. Did Pop smile in their face? You're jealous of them. Romeca was beautiful, man. She had natural, long, beautiful hair. I mean, thick, flowing hair. Her little body frame. She was beautiful. And she was so stylish and classy. So classy. The girl should have been a model. Then she had deep dimples. And this is a dark-skinned girl. Beautiful black skin. And every time they showed her video or picture, she was so well put together. She was a diva. And she had a job. And she had her own place. And she was a good mother. So Holly was hating on her ass. Trust me. Now, Holly a beautiful woman too. Light skin, cute. He had 2 beautiful baby mamas. 2 beautiful women. Arguing over this food. 2 beautiful women whose sons are brothers. Their sons are brothers. Now just think about this. Did Holly ever think about, if I do this, what is my son gonna think of me as he get older? Because I didn't just kill his brother's mother. How these boys go get along if one mama killed the other? And they got the same daddy. How they gonna get along? They gonna grow up hating each other. He might want to hurt his little brother. But right now, all they got is their daddy. Do I think Carlos gonna go to jail? If Carlos go to jail, it won't be nothing but a couple years. Because he didn't actually do nothing. I know people mad. Yes, he did. No, by law. Street, yeah, he did. Street code, he needed to be tore out the frame. But by law, he didn't actually do nothing. All he did was try to de-escalate a situation as in his eyes. That he got started. He did instigate the shit. But then he tried to make her go back to her car, get Romeca. But some people saying, no, he was holding her so Holly can jump her. So he may, if that's the case, if he was holding her so Holly can jump her, if that's the case, he's accessory to murder. So let me change what I said, because I don't know how this gonna come out. It depends on the witness, and guess what? It depends on what Holly say. You think Holly go stand 10 toes down with this brother? Hell no, she in there singing like a bird, Carlos. You better be over there sweating bullets. She's showing text messages and everything. You better not have dared say, let's go to that school and jump. You better not have said nothing, because she's telling on your dumb ass. That girl, but you know what? I don't know. There's some dumb women in this world, man. I don't even know. I don't know. That's why they got that show For My Man. These women out here is dumb as a bag of rocks. They would do anything for their man. Anything. Romeca was a nursing student. She was working too because I know a person whose daughter was working with her. So she probably was doing intern or something. You know, she probably was a CPN working to be an RN. But she was doing her thing, man. She loved her mother. She was like the life of the party. They showed her at weddings and she always loved to dance. And she had the deepest, cutest dimples and always was smiling. And her son was always put together. The girl had her shit going on. Young girl had her shit going on. It seemed like she was just living without Carlos. She had her own car. She had her own shit. Carlos had an apartment down the street from the school. From my understanding, he lived above a store right down the street, walking distance. I don't even know why him and Holly pulled up in 2 different cars. Carlos said he was headed to the gym. Now, this is what I'm thinking. I don't know what y'all thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Yes, she was beautiful, Miss Mary. I'm thinking, let me tell you how I'm thinking as a woman. She visited her baby dad from out of town. She from out of town. He argued with his baby mama on the phone that she can't stand. She got a restraining order. They didn't have confrontations. Every time she probably come in the city, she probably get into it with Romeca and her family. You know, because they got them hands. So she probably always had problems with them, right? They know where Carlos lived. So Carlos probably was like, you ain't gonna do nothing, blah, blah, blah. They probably argue or whatever. Morning come. He leaving right at the time his son getting dropped off at school, right? Saying he going to the gym. Now you visited from out of town, and you wonder why you got to go to the gym the same time Romeca finna be at the school with your son. Just follow me. So I'm thinking, Carlos got up, I'm finna go to the gym, I'll be back. She visiting. Okay. He get in his car, she throwing her shit. Oh, he think I'm stupid. He think I'm stupid. He finna go down to that school where Romeca at. So she throw her baby in the car and she go down to the school too. The school right down the street. So when he arguing with Romeca, they already arguing, she pulls up. Now she get out the car, probably going off on Carlos, and now they arguing, and Romeca probably said, bitch, I beat your ass because you in front of my son's school, blah, 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 blah. Okay, bitch, she go to her car, grab her stuff, pop, pop. That's how I think it happened. I don't even think he knew she was coming. But as a woman, you know what's going down. He finna go to the gym the same time his son go to school. He think I'm stupid. Let me put... And went right down to that school. That's why they was in 2 different cars. Now, if they were going to the gym together, they would have been in the same car. She's visiting. She don't have no reason to be in a separate car than Carlos. She's visiting. I can sure she come to Chicago. He drives her around. They don't follow behind each other. I promise you it's going to come out that he didn't know she was following him to that school. I promise you it's going to come out. Premeditated. Her ass knew what she was on. Trust me. She was on that insecure shit. He think I'm stupid. And ran up on them because they said Carlos and Romeca's car was parked down the street. And they was like talking and arguing. And I think this is what I believe. When the headlock part came in, I think they was arguing and talking like they normally do. She probably telling him I'm going to beat old girl ass when I see her, whatever. And Carlos trying to talk stupid. He trying to, you know, what dudes do. Probably lying. I didn't know she was coming. Probably lying. I didn't even know she was coming. Babe, listen. Try to lie. I don't even mess with her like that. She came to bring my son. And that's all. She ain't, you know, dudes. As soon as they sitting there talking, all of a sudden, oh, I know this ain't that bitch. And that's just how I think it went down. And that's when Carlos grabbed her, like, and probably looking at Holly like, what the fuck is you doing? Got Romeca, and she probably went in a headlock because she little. She probably was trying to get to the girl. He grabbing her. She trying to come at her, and she runs to the car and get the pop-pop because she already mad Carlos and lied. Carlos said he was going to the gym. She already mad. Oh, you can't out here meet this bitch? I'm tired of her. I want you to myself. I'm about to get you to myself. So she already pissed off he lied to her. I promise you that's what happened. I ain't know situations. I'm a woman. We peep game with dudes doing some crazy shit. And dudes so stupid when they doing crazy shitey shit. Negro, you going to the gym the same time your baby mama pull up at the school. What I look like? So I already know what she did. She probably sitting there crying right now, talking to the prosecutor with a Pepsi, doing the first 48. Well, let me tell y'all everything. Can I get a box of chicken? I want that barbecue chicken for Kentucky Fried Chicken, the one they had. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. You know that's what they do. Can I get a cigarette? You know they tell everything in first 48. She finna tell everything, Carlos. Everything. If you ever say you want to slap Romeca, she gonna tell it. Oh, the love went out the window when they start talking about first degree. Her mama probably said, listen here, girl, first degree murder, you know that's life for no parole, right? This time she got the top-notch attorneys. Okay, say you do. Say you got top-notch attorneys. We got witness. We got video. I seen it myself. We gonna have text messages. It's proof you left your son in the car. It's proof you was from out of town. It's proof you went back to your car and grabbed a pawpaw. It's proof you popped somebody in the face that was being held down by a man that couldn't get to you. It's proof you popped her more than once. It's proof you sat there, talked to your mom or whoever on the phone like you didn't have no remorse. So they're going to show that in court, that you had no remorse. Now, if you accidentally did it or somebody accidentally did something or they did something in the heat of the moment, they're going to be, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God, help her, help her, help her. None of that happened. So the jury going to see you standing on your phone like this. No remorse. So don't take your little ass in the court and cry now. It ain't going to work. We got the video. Your ass didn't care she died. And when you heard she died, you walked out that damn jail. And we also got the text messages that you posted on Facebook saying that you was going to kill her. And we also got the video on Thanksgiving when you was dancing like it wasn't shit, that this girl ain't there with her family on Thanksgiving. We got the video. So don't get your ass in courtroom and act like Diddy with your Bible. We don't want to see it. We don't want to hear it. We don't care about your tears. We don't care about you snotting. We don't care about my baby. And guess what, y'all? She's pregnant. Allegedly, they said she's pregnant. So now, guess what? That's not going to save you, Cassie. Because that's what saved Cassie, y'all. Do y'all know my best friend went to prison pregnant? And guess what? She went to prison pregnant. And guess what? She had her baby in prison. They took her to the hospital, delivered the baby, and took her right back to prison. And her mother and her sister had to come get the baby. My daughter friend, mother had her in prison. Her grandmother, this is cracked me up. This is sad. Her grandmother picked her up from the prison, the baby, because she had the baby, I think, in the prison hospital. Took her home, raised her. When the girl turned 18, guess what happened? She ended up in prison with her mother where she was born. Because her mother had all them years. Her mother had like 30 years. She ended up in prison with her mama where she was born. Her mama out now. I think she out now too. But life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. I'm so glad that prayer changes things. All of us was sending that energy to the universe. All of us was praying. I was praying, God, please don't let this girl get away with it. Because I could tell by her demeanor. If she would have got away with this, she would have did it again. With no hesitation. She had that big S on her chest. I wish a bitch would. Now she had that attitude that she jumping out the car like Doughboy on Boys in the Hood. Is it a problem I hit? Is it a problem I hit? She got that attitude now. I can tell. And then her family and friends taking up for it. Y'all don't know. Romeca was coming at her. I don't give a damn if Romeca was fighting her every single day. You don't bring a gun to a fist fight. Damn it. And I could see if it was more than one. I got in trouble. But it was 2 people on my daughter. And I didn't even mean to do it. And if you don't believe me, listen. I can brag about doing it right now because it's over with. I'm not on no paper, nothing. The only time in my life being in trouble. And somebody passing around my mugshot. If y'all happen to see my mugshot, so I did the big chop on my hair. I look like a damn refugee. I look crazy as hell. I'm looking like this. What the hell going on? I don't give a damn about that picture. It's going to be in my book, like I said. That ain't going to hurt me. I bet you don't find no more. I was in jail, y'all, like 14 hours. That was enough for a lifetime. It felt like I did 14 years. It felt like I did 14 years. I was in there 14 hours. And I'm like, no, this is not for me, Jesus. I would apologize to your ass before I go to jail. Excuse me. I'm not trying to do all that. You're right. Yes. No, I'm not going to jail for you, okay? Can we just go on and go our own way? Okay, God, Jesus loves you. I'm not going to jail for nobody. 911, I'm Karen. Could you come over here? They're threatening me. I'm not playing, man. I'm not giving up my life for nothing if I can help it. If I can't help it, like with my daughter's situation, I couldn't help it. But if I can help it, I'm walking away. Holly, you stupid as hell, Quadajah Johnson, dumbass female. Now your son got to visit you growing up in a damn penitentiary, stupid. Because you going. You not going to beat this. I don't give a damn if you got, Johnny Carter's cousin talking about you got the best team. You ain't got the $10 million team Diddy had, so what's the best? What's the best? The only team that can beat this case and your ass will walk is Jesus and the disciples. Nobody else can beat this case, okay? If you ain't got Jesus over there fighting for you and the disciples, you going to jail, Holly. I don't give a damn how much your mama done paid for your defense. We got all the evidence. It ain't like this happened and nobody was there. We have the evidence. Shit. Don't let your pride and ego get to you when you go to jail. No, that's what happens though. Is that Mika? That's what happens. Most people pride is the reason why they catch cases. And then if you notice situations, people get themselves in situations with folks around them and they geeking them up. That's a word we use. Man, pop that dude. Man, pop her. Man, hit her ass. Man, beat her. People around you geek you up. And now I got to do it now. And guess what? They ain't going to put no money in your books. They're not going to come see your kids. And guess what else they going to do? They going to get in crowds and tell people you stupid. Man, I was there, man. Yeah, you see how she popped that girl? She's stupid as hell. I ain't know she really was going to do it. They just geek you up to fail. And you fall for the shit. Is she still with him? 9 times out of 10, because you know he had to leave his home. He had to leave his home. Because her family and friends is at his ass. Not just family and friends, the whole Chicago want his ass. When you got the city want to whoop your ass, you got to go somewhere. He had to pack up and leave his apartment. And that's why everybody starts sending them videos of Romeca fighting him and y'all tripping and he do this and that. Man, he could have controlled that whole situation by not sleeping with 2 women. Y'all be thinking this shit funny, dudes. Girls too. Y'all think because you can don't mean you should. Who can't sleep with 3 or 4 different people? That's easy to do. Who gonna turn down some ex? But who want them problems? For real, who want them, cause you gotta be sick out your mind to want them problems of two women just constantly, you don't have no peace. But some people, they like that shit, man. They like to see girls fight. But he never thought about his two sons. And then he used to call Romeca's mama, mama. He called her mom. And I think he reached out to her or something, said he didn't mean for it to happen. He called her mom. I'm for sure he did. Like I said, I'm going to give him a little grace. I don't believe he meant for her to die. Holly meant for her to die. Yeah, Holly, you wanted her to die. You wanted her dead because you was jealous and you wanted her out the way. Your ass fatal attraction, bitch. I ain't even going to... I normally don't even do this. Because I always say, what if it was my child? No, I wouldn't have taken up for my child if that was my child. For real. I would tell my child, you know what? I'm giving you to Jesus. You was wrong as hell. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to stick by you. But your ass finna go down through there. I'm not taking up for wrongdoing. And I normally don't do this, y'all. But I want to see her get at least 25. And that's not even enough. And the reason I'm saying this is because of her intent. That means everything. The malicious intent. You didn't have to shoot that girl in her face, bitch. And I'm sorry to say that, but she pissed me off. You did not have to do that. You could have popped her in the kneecap. Shoot her in the foot. That means pop Carlo's ass. That's who you was mad at. Shit. The hell you didn't pop him for? Shit. No, you went for the kill. This how much you hated her, how much you was jealous of her. I'm going to pop her in her face because she's so pretty. I hope I hit one of her dimples. You was that jealous. Jealousy did that, man. And jealousy will make you do some... Man, you jealous of somebody, that'll make you hurt somebody. That's why they say be careful of the people that's in your surroundings. Because somebody jealous of you will hurt you. Somebody jealous of you will get you set up. They will get you robbed. They will get you killed. You can't have jealous people around you. Because they don't care nothing about you. They want your life. What is the little girl name that was killed over in Mexico? What was her name? Shaquila, something like that. Jealousy is real, Miss Mary. What's her little girl name over in Mexico? Y'all know she's not here anymore behind jealousy, right? Shaquila Robinson. Shaquila, I'm saying it wrong. Shaquila Robinson. She was such a free spirit, beautiful like Romeca, successful like Romeca. She had her own kid hair braiding business. She was making a lot of money. This girl was an entrepreneur and she had a clothing line. She was an entrepreneur, wasn't even 30. Beautiful. The baby of her family, her dad, only child, spoiled as hell, was in school, college, met these people in college. She didn't grow up with these folks. And all of a sudden, they talking about a trip. And she, since she such a free spirit, she probably was like, I want to go. And you know it's always one like this. I guess. So they go. And guess what else? She paid for several of their trips. I got it. You ain't got the money. I pay for you, girl. We're going to have some fun. So she got the biggest room because she paid for the villa where they was at. I'm going to pay for it. She had the biggest room. So the video that I saw, she was walking down the hall. They was getting ready to go to the ocean or wherever they was going. And they all was in one room, laying on the bed talking. She wasn't included. And when she walked in the room, they got quiet. I knew right then they were number some haters. If I was her, if that was me, I would have went and got me a hotel room. I was like, you know what? I'm out. The whole plot was to get her down there to jump her. Well, she went around her sister because her sister the one with the hands. They had her down in Mexico to jump her. Oh, I heard what you said about me because that's how it started. Oh, I remember what you said about she said she shot John Boo. And she's sitting there like, what? And that's when the girl started beating her. And then her best friend, allegedly best friend, gay dude, allegedly, he holding the camera. Shaquita, fight back. How about you break this shit up? You beat her to death. And then I don't know what's going on with the Mexicans down there. The fellow, what is it called? Fellow rallies? What the hell? How they get back on the plane? And it's a dead body. Somebody got paid off. Because ain't no way in the hell. And the story kept changing. Man, y'all can't trust nobody. When I say you can't trust nobody, I mean you can't trust nobody. You got to side eye your cousins and sisters and stuff now. You're like, And don't you tell nobody your plans. Don't you dare tell nobody your dreams. People pray that you fail. Pray. I just had a woman, just last night I had to block her off my channel because I'm to the point, I'm not going to argue with nobody. I don't have no more energy. I'm depleted from nonsense, man. I don't have time. She go put on there, I read about what you're going through. You know why you're going through it though. Now she Miss Cleo. She is psychic. You know why you're going through what you're going through. Why? Because you talked about T.D. Jakes. This is why I was looking at the phone. So I'm going through what I'm going through because I talked about T.D. Jakes. Are you kidding me? How about I'm going through what I'm going through because God put his best soldiers to fight his hardest fights? How about that? His strongest soldiers. He know I'm built for it. Some people got to be exposed and some people got to go through things to put some people away. Like, for example, and I know Romeca family don't want to hear this, but God don't make mistakes. Romeca had to be sacrificed for Holly to go to prison because she was out here acting a fool. So she had to be sacrificed so she can go to prison. She didn't die in vain. She left a stain here. And the Lord put his toughest soldiers to fight fights out here, man. It's called life. I'm going through what I go through because of life. And a lot of reasons why I'm coming out of the hole. Because I had too many demonic beings around me. That's how I ended up in the hole. This is how Romeca ended up in the grave. Demonic beings around her that she didn't recognize. You got to recognize these people and get them out your way. Just because somebody going through something don't mean they did something. Yeah, I want y'all to know that. Bad things happen to good people. And the woman that said it, she a heathen. Because you sit in church every Sunday, Sister Sarah. You probably belong to his church. How dare your Christian behind say that to somebody going through instead of praying for them? That let me know where your spirit at. So you got to face God with your black-hearted behind. A church person. Did Jesus call and tell you that? You know Jesus talked to you. You Jesus cousin. I get tired of these Jesus cousins. I know Jesus and I know why you're going through. You don't know why you going through, what you going through. Why your husband cheating right now? Why your husband gay? Why your son just robbed somebody? Why your son over there beating up his girlfriend? You don't know none of them answers, but you know why I'm going through what I'm going through. Get your ass up out of here with your fake Christian ass. I'm just sorry. I get tired of that mess. And let me speak on Pastor T.D. Jakes. I never said I didn't like Pastor. I used to watch him every morning. Pastor T.D. Jakes used to keep me going. But the devil know the word too. So I'm not his God. I don't know where he going. I never said he was going to hell. I said God is holding him to a higher standard. And it's in the word. This is what cracked me up about y'all. What I be talking about is God's words. It's not Nina's. He is held to a higher standard because he's the man of the cloth. He can't be out here doing sinister stuff like Diddy. He know better. He took an oath. So if he's sitting there with Diddy and Diddy doing Adi sign and he at the party You mad I'm talking about that? You mad that I seen him and First Lady dancing and everybody saying ain't nothing wrong with that off-worldly music when he said you can't serve two gods? That's not my words. You know what I'm saying? If you go dance on, can I get a revolution? Ooh, ooh, can I get a revolution? I mean, not some worthy stuff they play in the club. I mean, him and First Lady dancing off club music. That just don't look right. You know what I'm saying? So I said something, and I'm the heathen. They ain't the heathen. The person that says something the heathen. Don't you talk about God's son. How you know I ain't God's daughter? Which I am. That's why I don't claim to be all the way saved. God is working on me. I don't even belong to a church right now. I am living in this world. I'm a sinner trying to be delivered. I am not perfect. So every day I'm praying for God to remove something from me that shouldn't be there. I don't walk around here, you gay, you're going to hell. I used to be that person until I had to check myself. You know what? Until I had to check myself. Because I had to start thinking about what is the difference of abomination in hell and going to hell. So it's like different floors of hell. That I need to know that. Because some people, yes, abomination hell. You just going to hell on the 3rd floor. They going to hell in the basement. You know, I'm going to hell on the 1st floor. I'm going to be outside on top of the building in hell. What the heck is that? Hell is hell. Shit. If you're doing wrong, listen to me. If you're doing wrong and you ain't living by that word, I don't care who you are, monkey, cow, duck, grandma, grandpa, cousin. If you're doing wrong and you don't get yourself right, and you don't receive God as your Savior and know that He died for your sins, you going somewhere. Yeah, and you might not like it. I've never been to hell or heaven. I don't know how it look. I don't know how it feel. I done heard people say they died, they seen the light. I don't want to know right now. I am not that curious. I don't even like to hear people talk about it. I'm like, that's some non-conversation. I ain't ready for that conversation. Leave that over there. Praise Jesus. I ain't got time for that. I want to live in the moment I'm in. I just want to keep living and be happy and appreciate the time I'm in. I'm not going to spend my time telling somebody else where they're going. That's on them. That's their life. That's their spirit. Why do we care where somebody else going? Why do we even care what somebody wearing? What kind of hairstyle, what kind of wig, what kind of eyelashes? Why is y'all so concerned about other people? And you know what? It's the black people. I'm for real. I never, ever, ever heard Peter tell Karen, I don't like your eyelashes. I never heard Peter say, why you got that wig on? Or why you wearing that dress? Your booty's flat, Karen. I never heard that. Only black men do that to us. And to me, that's a little suspect. If you paying that close attention, no, I got on eyelashes. Most men don't even pay attention to that. Now, if they way out here, yeah. But even if they are, most men don't even care. They're like, baby, you ready to go? Okay, get your shoes on. Let's go. Man, don't be having time for that shit unless she asks them. Baby, you like my hair? They don't even want to, real men don't even want to answer that. Have y'all noticed that? Y'all husbands or whatever. Ask them, do they like your dress you got on right now? Or your pants? They don't even want to answer. Yeah, I mean, you like it, don't you? How do it look? You look like some pants. Because they don't know what to say. They're like, shit, I don't know how no woman pants supposed to look. That's what I'm saying. Real men don't do that. Babe, you like my hair? I guess it's cute. It make your face cute. I mean, do you like it? I'm not a woman. Is that what women wear, baby? I don't know. They don't pay attention. I done been with real men. I was raised by a real man. Now, one man I ever dated, not one ever said, babe, why you got your hair like that? Why you got them lashes on? They never said that. Because I keep it modest. Now, if I came out the room, my lashes looking like some windshield wipers, of course you're going to be like, if you don't take them damn lashes off, you can't see, you tripping. Yeah, they'll say some shit like that. I come out and I got my wig back here, and then it's just all slicked up. If you don't fix that wig, yeah, they gonna say something. But you have on a horse tail. They don't care. Horse tail, bald head, what? We late for dinner. What are you doing? Put a hat on. Shit, let's go. That's what real men do. So if y'all man doing all that extra shit, suspect. I promise you, he too feminine. He got too much femininity in his ass. He shouldn't even care about all that shit. As long as you look good, smell good, taste good, feel good, all that other extra shit, he should trust your judgment to fix your own self up. And if that's what you like, that's what he love. Bottom line. But only our men do that, y'all. This was like with Carlos. That's bitch shit he did. Yeah, I'm cussing today. That's bitch shit he did. Now he's sitting back at home watching the news. One baby mama dead and the other one going to jail. And he think he's the victim. Trust me, he think he's the victim. And he probably saying this to his boys. Man, I told her don't come down there. I told her don't get that papa. I told her. He blaming her. I told her. Man, Dave. Now she probably finna be gone. Man. She probably finna be gone. And the kind of brother he is, from what he showed us, he'd get on a stand and turn state evidence on her ass. Because they want her. This is what y'all understand about the law. They want her. She's the pow-pow. So guess what? Just because he was accessory, he can turn state evidence. He can get on there and testify. How do you think Cassie was able to testify against Diddy? She did the crime with Diddy. But she's turned state evidence and walked. That's the law. You understand me? But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I better not hear about none of y'all watching me doing no stupid shit like that for your man. My man. Yeah, that's my man. Man, if y'all don't get y'all dumb asses out of here, if you fighting right now over a dude, you need to go do something with yourself. And if you got a question, if you have to question one time, is my man cheating? I'm going to give you the answer. Yes, he is. If you have to question if your man is cheating, he's cheating. Why is you thinking that? He had to do something to make you believe that. If he not coming home, he ain't touching you no more. He went pajamas to bed now. And see, I am very observing. When I got cheated on, I noticed his behavior changed. This story time, I'm gonna let y'all go. I knew, can y'all get my likes up first? Can I get my likes up? Dang, is my likes more than my dang on? Yeah, it's getting there. I noticed his behavior change. Y'all gotta learn to believe patterns. Stop tricking yourself. Or maybe I'm tripping. No, you're not tripping. You right on point, baby. But now it's time for you to react on what you know. Stop fooling yourself. When I noticed he didn't wear pajamas to bed, out of all the years we been together, and this brother come to bed in his pajamas, I done bought him several pajamas in the past. I'm talking about G. I had bought him several pajamas in the past. Never liked to put them on. Because he was a big dude and with the boxers, sexy as shit. And I'm pregnant as hell at this time, y'all, with Legina, my 19-year-old. I'm pregnant, miserable, mad, 37, pissed off at the world. I done got pregnant, thought I had the flu, and I had a baby in me. And I'm like, oh, couldn't stand his ass. I'm like, oh. So I'm laying there, probably eating some buns, watching TV, and he come walking in the room in some flannel pajamas, button all the way up like this. I did like this. What you doing? What you talking about? When you start wearing pajamas? Oh, it's cold. What y'all think Nina did? I ain't do nothing. But my radar did like this. Boom. This Negro doing something. I ain't say nothing. But Inspector Gadget got on the job. Now I'm watching. He get off work. Oh, I'm about to go hang out with Kevin, his little white friend. I'm gonna go hang out with Kevin and the guys. I got, we go drink some beer, watch the game. He never used to do that. They used to come to our house. I'm like, Boop. Sign number 2. Then one day he came in, y'all. Had went to the mall before he came home from work and bought him a new gear. Normally he don't buy nothing, don't buy me nothing. Or the kids. He came in, he got a baseball cap turned to the side. His pants is kind of sagging. He got on some Ralph Lauren boxers. This brother didn't, he went upstairs and took a bath on and put it on. Put on all his stuff. He got some crispy Levi's. He didn't want to get him some Jordans. He had to pay a few $100s for this gear. So he come downstairs dressed up and I said, oh my, that's a new look. Where you going? Oh, I'm hanging out with the boys. I got my swagger back. Oh, yeah? You got your swagger back? I've been knowing this brother at this time 8 years. I know his swag. Prep boy. Always preppy, looking good. This brother had on, I think, a jersey with the hat turned to the side. Never seen this in 8 years. So I let him go. Okay, have a good time. I'm pregnant. I ain't... Call my sister-in-law. Hey, I need your car. Why? Because Gene cheating. He cheating, and he cheating with a young girl. What are you talking about? She come on, they know how I am. Nina, you're pregnant. Calm your ass down. He's cheating with a young girl. How you know? Look at this brother. He came back in the house. Kim was there, my sister-in-law. She's standing there. I'm on the steps talking to her. We talking. He walk in, and she look at him like this. She said, damn, you look different. I got my swagger back. And I looked at her, I said, I'm smiling, he laughing, he don't know I'm on him. But I tell you, he got his swagger back. She said, you look awfully young. Ain't nothing wrong with looking young. Come to find out, the girl was 19. Didn't I tell y'all? I know what I'm talking about. I sat across the parking lot and I watched him pull up. He came back like 3 in the morning without our Lexus. We had a Lexus. We was engaged, y'all. His uncle had gave us a Lexus for a wedding gift. We were engaged. So I'm sitting across the parking lot. I said, I want to see how he go pull back up. I don't know why I did that. Something just, no. I'm Inspector Gadget. Car pull up. Some of y'all heard this story already. Just be quiet. Car pull up. And I was a reader. I read a lot. I got to get back into my reading. So I'm in the car for hours, just reading, chilling. Just reading. It's summertime. Car pull up, and something told me to pay attention to the car because it pulled past my place. Because we live in an apartment complex. It pulled like a few doors down. I started looking, a little escort. What was that? I see 2 people kiss. I can see him because the light on inside. Not thinking that, I'm like, it must be my neighbor. He get out the car, y'all. I almost flipped I was like, I'm talking to myself, did he just kiss somebody? In front of my house? Oh, I know, Jesus. I know this is not the moment that I go to jail. Tell me, Lord. So I was going to go chase him in the house. But he was going to lie. Me and lie, ladies. He probably would have convinced me, no, you didn't see what you saw. That was my cousin. I was giving her a hug. Me and lie. So I didn't even want him to give the opportunity. My stupid ass. That's why I said, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I made it. I'm so glad I'm changed. I followed her. Now, it's like 3, 4 in the morning, y'all. It ain't no cars out there. My stupid ass on the wrong side of the street. She going down the right side. I'm on this side. And I'm right here with her blowing the horn. Pull over. Tell her to pull over. She looking like, who the hell is this? She dumb as hell. She pulls over in a closed gas station. Don't know who I am. Let her window down. Yes. Who was that you just dropped off? She said, my boyfriend. said, what's his name? She said, Gino. Because you know my son named after him. Eugene, they call him Gino. I said, oh, how long y'all been dating? For like 2 months. So who house did you just drop him off at? He lived with his sister. She told me everything. I said, you really? Yeah. I said, did he tell you how old he was? How old are you? You look young. I'm 19. Do you know how old I am? Well, I was, let me see, 37, 65. Gene was 32 or 33 because I'm older than Gene. He was like 32. Yeah, he was 32. She was 19. I said, do you know how old he is? She said, he's 26. Well, how you meet him? Well, he told me he just came from the military. Brother just got out of prison, y'all. So you with a 26 alleged man who just got out of the military, driving a Lexus. You think he got money. He ain't got no kids. Let me tell y'all, in the house was Gino, my baby by him, Tia and David, and his daughter Fallon. He had 2 other kids before he met me. He told this woman he had no kids. So I'm like, come on back to the house with me, darling, because he lied to you. I'm his fiance, and I'm pregnant. And I think April, May, June, July, I was 6 months pregnant. Because this happened in April. I had Gina in July. Come on back to the house with me. This brother thinking I'm upstairs depressed, sleeping or eating some bun. He thinking I'm upstairs. He never went up there to check. Guess what he was doing? He was downstairs cooking breakfast. Down there cooking bacon, eggs. He in the kitchen, probably had X with this girl. He in there got some music playing. So I walk up to the door and forgot he had the key because I got my sister-in-law car. So I had to knock on the door. So it looked like I'm kind of lying to her now because I'm knocking on my own damn door. So I'm knocking on the door. He opened the door, and it was like the best look I ever seen in my life. It was like the deer just knew it was over. He opened the door and was like, what you doing outside? I said, so who is this, G? That's when you know the different language come in. As I busy, but I'm like he can't get his words out. She looking at him like, you lied to me, and I ain't gonna tell you how the rest was gonna be in my book, but it didn't turn out right. And I say this to say, if you think your man cheating, he is, damn it. He was cheating, he was lying, and guess what she did? Now she found out. Me and Jean separated. We went our own different ways. My story is crazy. When y'all get this book, y'all ain't gonna be able to put it down. That's why I can't tell y'all all the juicy shit. We went our own separate ways. Now, I was 6 months pregnant, right? Do you know she got pregnant after she found out about me? After she found out about me. And that's how I ended up pregnant with a 19-year-old kid, and I was 37. Because she intentionally got pregnant. And that's where the little girls I showed you Gina and her sister, that be at my house. Gina and Maddie, they the same age. They 6 months apart. They 6 months apart. Gina is 19 right now. Maddie 18. She'll be 19 next month. And they gonna be 19 together for 6 months. And you can't separate them. But Gina didn't even know about Maddie because me and Gina eventually got back together when Gina was like 2, maybe 1. And he's such a no good ass Negro. I'm telling y'all, people ain't shit. He wouldn't even have no communication with her. And at first, it was so much pain for me. I didn't want him to have communication. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want him to have communication, so he wouldn't do it. Anything to appease a woman. So one day I woke up and I told Gina about her sister. She was like 14. I introduced them. And now you can't keep them apart. He would have his mom send gifts and stuff over there. His family would sneak and do stuff and act like they ain't seeing her. And I said, enough is enough. She ain't do nothing. He did the shit. So now they like this. They inseparable. Maddie like my daughter. She around us more than she around his family. So we love her to death. They look like twins. And they act just like his ass. So it is what it is. But dudes ain't no good. Now he with another girl and he treating all his kids wrong to appease a woman. That's a weak dude, man. It's a lot of weak dudes out here. Y'all would do anything for the JJ. Now he don't even talk to none of his kids because he trying to appease this woman that don't like none of his grown kids. His kids, the baby is 18, which is Maddie. Gina 19. Gino is 26. Brianna, I believe she is 35. Fallon is 36, 37. He act like he ain't got no damn kids. To appease somebody. Weak people, man. Y'all better stop, man. If I can turn back the hands of time, I would have never went to that Halloween party. And I would have never met that fool. You know what I'm saying? I look back at my life and things that I've been through made me stronger. You got to live to tell these stories. I wish Romeca was still here to tell the story how she cut Carlos' ass off. I wish her story would have ended different. I wish she would sit here and had a podcast and say, I remember they pulled up to my son's school and I was about to fight. And I looked at both of them and said, no, you know what? I'm done. You can have them. And that was it for me. And I pulled off and me and my son, I wish she would have had a different story. I promise I wish she did. You are the one with the ink pen, man. You the one with the ink pen. You write your destiny. Don't let nobody take this pen. Romeca let them take the pen from her. And they finished her story for her. And God gonna finish it for Holly. Actually, Carlos finished her story. Don't let nobody have the pen. You write your life story. You always have a way out. You always have a choice. You always have free will because God told us we do. You ain't never stuck in nothing. Not a job, not a house, not a relationship, not even family-ship. You ain't even got to stay in the same family. If your family doing you wrong, you can leave. You know, sometimes the black sheep is the reason why you the black sheep because you the strong one. Sometimes God make you the black sheep because he wants you to get away from all the demonic spirits in your family. People think family over everything. Not always. If family hurting you, you got to get away from them. Family ain't like it used to be. Big Mama dead. She was the glue. Big Mama used to grab that switch and that bat and something. Y'all go act right. Big Mama gone. Now everybody just acting a fool. Y'all see when she died how everybody fought over her stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is all y'all gotta do to people. When somebody bothering you and your nerves bad and your anxiety is off the roof, just get a pen and be like, how I want this to end. How do I want this to end? Because you can write the ending of that relationship. How do I want this to end, God? The end. Walk away. Holly, you gave Carlos the pen. Instead of you putting on your shoes, getting in your car, going up to that school, you should have grabbed that pen and said, I'm going to go back home. I don't live in Chicago. He ain't never seen me no more. I'm done. And got your ass on the expressway and went home. No, you gave him the pen. And he said her destiny gonna end in prison for first-degree murder. Yep, that's how I want her life to end. And that's what's gonna happen. And he wrote it. And you gave it to him. You always got a way out. When she went back to that car, that was her out. God gave her signs all that day. Don't go up there. Don't you go up there. Okay, you up there. Don't get out the car. Why you getting out the car? Okay, you arguing with her. Okay, you going back to the car. Good. What you doing? What you doing, Holly? What you doing? You grabbing the... No, don't do that. Just get back in the car. She didn't listen to God. I know he was talking to her. He talks to us. Get in the car. Your baby in the car. You murdered somebody in front of your child. You murdered somebody in front of your child. Even though he's not going to remember because he's so little, but the thought of him being right there, you murdered somebody. And then you left him in the car while you sit outside on the phone, and he probably was in there crying because all the commotion going on. You weren't even concerned about your child. That man was more important than your baby. And now you prayed it again. These women, y'all run around here thinking baby's going to change some shit. Now, after this didn't happen, you done laid up raw and he done ran up in you. It may not even be him. I don't know. But you up there celebrating and enjoying your life and letting somebody run up in you raw. Now you pregnant. And you think that's going to save you in that courthouse. No. They let you go to jail pregnant, honey. I know. I promise. I just told y'all 2 stories. You're going to have that baby in jail. And your mother is going to have to raise that baby with the other baby. And you see the stuff that kids put mamas through. Do you think that her mama, how do you think her mama feel right now? Even though her mama probably was the one, get you a pawpaw. You better pop that bitch. You know how people talk, and they really don't mean that. They just want to be big Billy Badass. She walk up on you. You got your shit. I'm hollering. You going to Chicago. You got your shit. You better pop that bitch and she run up on you. She probably told her that. I know how people act. But she really didn't know her daughter was going to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to be careful. I tell my daughters all the time, like my mother used to tell me, my mother used to pray that I didn't get no pawpaw. Because my temperament was not good. She's like, whatever you do, don't you ever go get you one. I said, I know you ain't talking, Freddie Cougar auntie. I know you ain't talking. She, don't you go get one because you got to have a level head. My daddy looking at her like. And I tell it to my daughters. Both of them. Now David had his forever, ever. And nobody even know he got it. And he's pretty much a sharpshooter. David go, he ain't missing. But he's so well-mannered and quiet toned and his voice, David the type person, even when he mad, he can't yell. He be like, I told y'all to leave me alone. He be like, David, is that your mean voice? He's a sweet person. So if David go there, he got to grab his. It's a reason, y'all. But I always tell him, David, keep it close to you. How that's going to help you at home in the closet? Keep it close to you. Oh, I be forgetting, mama. Because he don't be into nothing. You know what I'm saying, David? David will let a dude talk crazy to them. And people like, oh, he a little punk. David be like, no, I ain't. I don't want to kill nobody. I mean, what the heck? I don't want to get killed. So I'm not going to be arguing with people. My daughters, the same stuff that won't bother David, they jumping out the car together. 1, 2, and Maddie right with them. They all 3 of them, the cat in the hat kids. I said, don't y'all get no weapon. Because I don't want no phone calls. And I done told them the rules with one if you get one. They all got one. Listen, there's rules to it. Because you mad don't mean it come out. Because you in a fight don't mean it come out. If your life ain't in danger, that pow stay where it's at. Because you're going to jail. So they already know. And they saw this story. And you know my daughter Tia said? She said, Holly, she said, man, she's stupid. She said, ain't no way I would have just popped a girl in her face like that. She said, she crazy. What's wrong with her? Crazy. Crazy. You have to be a special kind of stupid to do that. And all that bodily fluid everywhere. Wouldn't that make you trip out? Wouldn't that do something to your psyche? If that don't bother you, your ass need to go lay on the sofa because you crazy. To me, you crazy. And Carlos was in shock. Go watch the video. His shoes, his white Jordans was all her blood. I wonder if he keep them shoes and look at him like, my baby mama blood is on my hands. Just, what is he gonna say to his son who adored his mama? As this little kid get older, he's going to hate his dad. Your girlfriend killed my mama? I mean, he'll never be able to introduce them boys. I just can't see it happening. Only 2 things can happen with them boys. And I'm going to let y'all go. Two things can happen. Either this situation gonna bring them closer because they don't have no parents, or they gonna be rivals. It's ain't in between. Ain't we cool? Yeah, that's my little. No, either they gonna love each other or they gonna hate each other. One or the other. And they growing up in Chicago, well, one of them is. I don't know how he gonna feel about that. Big bro, 8 years older than little bro. So when little bro 16, he be 24. You know, so maybe he want to look out for his little brother. I'm hoping that's what he do. Man, I got to go check on my little brother, man. He had nothing to do with this. I pray that's how it ends, that he love his little brother. Because he way older than him. And his little brother have nothing to do with this. And she might be pregnant with a little sister or little brother now. And sometime the story ends, big brother got to take care of them. He might end up having to take care of them. Because daddy, I don't know where he gonna be. He gonna be somewhere else with some other shit going on. And any woman to talk to Carlos is stupid as hell. He shouldn't be able to get a kiss from nobody. Oh, but somebody else will get with him and have a baby. If somebody else will fight, the same cycle, he shouldn't be able to get no play. I'd be like, you the dude that was with Romeca Meeks and Holly Johnson? Oh, hell nah, boy. Bro, you better get away from me. You toxic. It's no way. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I love that y'all watched me this long. Thank you so much. It's the middle of the day. Are y'all watching the 4 videos? 4. I'm saying 8 because I really mean 8. For 4 videos a day. I've been seeing my old videos coming to float again, and my old followers coming back. The one that said something about TD Jakes, she was from way back a couple years ago when TD Jakes was going through what he was going through. So I know they started to see my videos again. That's why I said y'all gotta pump it up. Y'all gotta get my channel back pumping because it's bringing them back. I don't mind them coming back, but don't come back with that same mess. I cut off the TD Jakes thing, what I was going to say. I said what I said about Pastor TD Jakes because when something don't look right, it ain't right. If you know Diddy is into this lifestyle, what are you doing at the party? You know at Diddy party, even at his day party, because the day party is not a freak off, y'all. It's a family event. But most of the time at the day party, they still getting high, they drinking, they blasting music, they got live entertainment. It's probably breasts running around in the pool. This ain't no place for a pastor. Now, if you was there saying you was praying over him, I stopped by over Diddy's house and I had to pray for little Kim and all of them. And, you know, they good kids. And I gave them a few Bibles, put my hands on a few of them, gave Diddy his gift, and I left. That's innocent. But he gave his daughter to church to open a church with Diddy. Did the lady that said that to me forget that part? He was finna open a church with Diddy. And all of a sudden Diddy hit the news doing all the shit he's doing. You gonna tell me the pastor don't got discernment? He couldn't see what this man was? And y'all taking up for him and he can't even tell the difference from a demon and somebody that's sincere about God? How is he your pastor? He knew what it was with Diddy. These pastors around here is out for this, man. Why do you think he always entertaining the superstars? Because you getting this. Pastors to me, I'm just telling you how I feel. Pastors to me shouldn't be running around here living like superstars. They shouldn't be around here with Rolexes on and Bentleys and special drivers and an airplane and 2 or 3 mansions. You know, God bless me. But have your congregation in there in the shelter. People can't even get a ride to the church. They got to catch the bus with their kids. Man, it don't add up to me. I don't care what y'all say. And God bless you to bless others. If you are getting blessed with all the millions, nobody in your church should be in lack. Why would you want any of your members to be in lack? And why do you need that many members? That means somebody ain't getting touched. That means you don't know who they are in your church. It's a mega church. Shouldn't a pastor know his members? Like a teacher should know her students. I mean, how can you help them and deliver them if you don't know what their needs are? You got to make an appointment to see the pastor. Man, get out of here. She can think what she want to think. I go through what I go through because it's a testimony. It's part of my story. And this is why I'm strong. And I don't blame God for nothing I've been through. Everything I've been through brought me up to this moment. My misery is my ministry. You ain't got to like it because it ain't your story, it's mine. But trust me, you going through something your damn self. There's nobody on this earth that's not going through something. Don't let people fool you. They'll sit there, you going through this. And what you going through? It may not be your kids, probably your husband. It may not be your husband, it might be your nieces and nephews. It's something you're going through. It could be your health. It could be your job. Your car just broke down. Something is going, nobody's perfect. So when y'all looking at people, check your own database. Look at, man, I can't be talking. Oh, shit, I forgot I'm going through that shit. Oh, shit, let me put this down. Let me shut up. Shit, I ain't got no space to be talking. Shit, for real. And the only reason y'all see me talking is because I get paid to do it. Y'all think I just on YouTube because I just like talking about people? I think that's what everybody believes. Nina just like talking about. No. And it's why I put it in my own perspective, too. Because I want people to see this shit is real. It happens every day out here. I just gave y'all the story about my man cheating, and I walked away from him because I was just talking about Romeca Meeks and Holly, and they stuck with a cheating man. That's why I said my story. If y'all pay attention to the stories, it goes with the story that I'm talking about. So I'm not off track. I'm right on course. And the reason I talk about my story, so y'all know I'm experienced at what I'm talking about. Been there, done that. I could have did something to that young girl. I could have put on my shoes when I asked for my sister-in-law car and followed him. Y'all missed it. I could have did all that. But what I do, I sat there and I waited. And when I pulled up on her, I could have did something to her. No, I approached and I talked both of them. He got hurt that night. I ain't tell you what I did, but hey, so glad I made it. I made it through. You know what I'm saying? The heat of a moment will have you destroy your life. I'm telling you, you gotta think, because that second, your life could be gone, man. That second, what I did after I found out what he did, I could be in the penitentiary right now. I promise you, I could be in the penitentiary right now. And my mother went off on me. His mother went off on me and him. Mama said, girl, do you know your ass? I could have been gone, y'all. And was he worth it? He running around here looking like Grady from Sanford and Son right now. I would be in the penitentiary mad as hell right now, like, what's wrong with you needed to do that I did that shit too, man? He looking like Grady from Sanford and Son. Man, I'd be mad as hell right now. Wasn't even worth it. Shit. How you gonna look back at Carlos, his limp dick ass gonna be looking stupid as hell, probably gonna be alcoholic. They ain't gonna be worth it. You gonna be like, I did that for him? The heck? She gonna be mad as hell. Trust me. Cause right now she think he the best thing next to sliced white bread. He everything. He's her heir. But when she's sitting in that cell and realize and start reminiscing on all this shit and the cheating and the lies, and then the times they had ex and she was faking, and she didn't even know she had none with him because he wasn't even worth it, probably got a bean, she'll be sitting back like, I can't believe I just threw my life away for this fool. I threw my life away for this fool. I'm really in prison. She could probably have a nervous breakdown. And guess what else gonna happen to her? The ghost of Romeca Meeks. Oh, you ain't gonna get no peace. She gonna mess with your psyche for the rest of your days. Trust me. You gonna start seeing that blood. Now you sitting still in a cell. You gonna see Carlos' shoes. You gonna remember the hole in her face. You gonna lose your damn mind. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. Let me see what my daughter talking about. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll be back. I'm gonna talk about what's her name? What's her name? The little girl in Chicago they found in the freezer. I'm gonna talk about her mama later. Chicago, y'all crazy. Something wrong with Chicago. And I love the city, man. But then people, yeah, her mama done lost something. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.